Can I look?
You can look.
Do you do an intro?
Yeah, I'll do an intro. So, oh shit, fuck me. Hold on, that's pretty straight. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's good.
And it's recording. So I'll do an intro.
Yeah.
And then you get back down and you like clap for yourself as you sit down. Ready? G'day legends, welcome back to Mikey Talk. Today we have episode 10 and it's another very special guest episode. Today I'll be bringing you my middle brother Daniel, who's made the incredible effort to make the way all the way down from Byron Bay to Melbourne just to see me. So no better person to bring on, so I'd like to introduce you to Daniel.
Let's go. Look, there's something funny about clapping yourself.
There is, isn't it? How's it feel being in Melbourne?
Yeah, it's good. It's about, the fourth time I've come down since I moved up to the Northern Rivers in October last year. It's actually not too much of an effort, to be honest. Like, I'd always come down for an occasion, and your 30th especially is something I would never miss. So, yeah, it's been nice catching up with all the homies and the family.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Ready for Mikey Talk?
Back in my old bedroom.
True. Alright, we're going to just jump straight in. Are you ready?
Let's go. Let's dive in.
Question 1. Can you please tell us about the Uno attack incident?
Oh, this is good because we're going to get another perspective from what from Chelsea, what she talked about. So those of you who watched the episode, what number was that?
I think 6.
Episode 6 with our sister Chelsea, this same question was given to her and she said she couldn't exactly remember the details. But from my perspective, I was playing with Chelsea and our younger brother Lockie, and I can't remember actually why there was a tantrum thrown. I think there was just a little bit of like sibling banter happening that just got a bit out of control. And then I think Lockie won, maybe? I actually don't know. Like, whatever happened, Chelsea fucking cracked the shits, picked up the attack machine and piffed it at his head. Yeah. But to be honest, like, my memory of it's not super clear either. It was a long time ago. We were young.
No, I feel like we all have like a disjointed memory of what happened.
And all our ways of talking about it is probably just blurring it even more. But
you got pelted in
it was definitely an iconic childhood memory and like classic playing games with your siblings that just goes from 0 to 100 and someone ends up in tears. So we've got a lot of those actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright. Question 2. What do you remember about sharing a bedroom growing up as kids?
That's a good question. I like that one. So obviously you know that we shared a bedroom together, me and Mikey, from how old do you reckon? I don't know, since I can remember. So must have been since just past being little babies. Just like being cheeky boys as usual. We're probably in our Game Boy Color era at that point of our life. So I do have memories of like Mum telling us to go to bed and not play games, and then we're like, alright, and pretend to go to bed, and then the Game Boys come out. We used to have these little like attachments that you could put on your Game Boy Color that has a light, like a flexible light on it, so when it's dark at night you don't have to turn the light on to play. You can just, because those old Game Boys didn't have lights in the screen, so
both Pokemon.
Lots of Pokemon, yeah. But yeah, I my memory, not that there's too much of it of you and me sharing a room because we were so young, is like I reckon we both loved it, eh? Like we used to like talk about our dreams in the morning. We used to talk about what we wanted to dream about. And we used to have glow in the dark like stars and planets stickers on the roof.
Yeah.
That I remember that being fucking cool. Like turning the lights off and your roof is like a galaxy, glow in the dark galaxy. So that was cool. And then I shared a room with Lockie after you. You moved to a bigger room because you were a big boy now. And then Lockie came in and I don't think we really had too many issues as well, being in a room together. I can't remember that much of it.
Yeah.
I remember him jumping on my head one time. We used to wrestle on the beds a lot.
Yeah.
And then it would, get out of hand quickly. But
Nice.
yeah.
Good answer. Then we move on to, how was living together as adults different, and tell us about the Langridge Palace.
Oh, the language palace. Yeah, that was a very iconic part of my life. So I was living here in the family home until during COVID. And so moving in with Mikey in the palace came at a good time because there was a bit of conflict with what was going on with the whole COVID situation going on in the house, and because it was just like a crazy time too, I just was starting to feel a bit unsettled. And I was also I think 24 or 25, so I was definitely feeling it was the right time for me to move out. And just as I was feeling that way, Mikey had his two housemates, Tyron and Jesse, who he was living with in Abbotsford, move out. So opened the door for me to move out and in with them, and it was really a cool time to move in with your brother, and had one of our close mates, Mikey, who was a mate of mine through teenage years, who we were able to then rebuild our relationship again by moving in together. During the whole craziness of the COVID sitch, so having two homies to live with, first time out of the family home, was such a sick feeling. The difference between being adults and kids. That's a good question. I mean, it's obviously a lot different not having the rest of your family around and just having the freedom to do whatever the fuck you want. We had lots of fun in the palace. Yeah.
Can you tell the Newen house inspection story?
Oh yes, I'd love to tell that story. So those of you who don't know, I have a child. His name is Newen, and he's an alien from another planet. We can put a picture in. We can visualize him. Not that you'd want to, but sorry Pez in advance, by the way. Shout out Pez. Doesn't get along with Newen. So at one point, Malcolm's bedroom in our house was above the kitchen, and he had a window that went down towards the kitchen. And one time we had Newen hanging by his neck from a rope, dangling down from a noose, just swinging above the kitchen. It looked hilarious. And then we had a house inspection one day from, was it the landlord who came and the real estate agent?
Just the landlord.
Just the landlord?
Just the agent.
Just the real estate agent. So I was at work that day. I wasn't actually there. And it was just you there, and Mikey was at home when the inspection happened, and we just left Newen swinging by his neck from a noose while the agent came in and inspected the place. Well, I wasn't there, so I don't actually know what her reaction was like, but she laughed, didn't she? She found it funny.
Yeah, a little bit. Enough. It was a concerning laugh,
but yeah. When you see what this alien looks like, by the way, it really adds to the context of this story, because it's not the most pleasant thing to be seeing as an inspector.
Alright, good story. Alright, what was your first impression or memory of college life at San Diego State when you came to visit?
Definitely just fucking wild amounts of drinking and getting stoned. It really kind of does give off similar vibes to what you see in the movies, that whole college lifestyle. Especially it was cool. I'd never seen a share house before, so even something like that, I went and stayed at Mikey's share house he was living in when he was studying in San Diego, and just to I was only, I think, 21 at the time, or 22 maybe. No, I think I was 21. And just seeing the life of students studying and then coming home, and everyone was just partying a lot. And I mean, I did get sent straight into the party life as well. We had a big party that we went to, and then a tailgate for the football, which I mentioned that story in episode 9. So if you want to hear about that, you can listen to that. But I loved it. It was really cool, especially seeing how you were living and just having that freedom. You were loving it. Like, San Diego was a cool place to live.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did find the whole college lifestyle pretty cool. Like, a lot of freedom. Do whatever you want. There's not many rules, so yeah, it was cool.
Pretty sick.
Yeah.
As the middle brother, how do you think your personality is different to the rest of us?
Oh, another good question. The funny thing with us is, like, we're all so similar in a lot of ways. Like, you can tell we've all lived a lot of our lives together, but we all have our own, like, unique ways of thinking about life and how we go about life as well. I definitely think, it's hard to explain, but how's my personality different? I definitely think I'm the most, like, chillest. I was always like, I've never liked, like, highly stressful or, like, highly conflictual situations. So I've always tried to be someone who's kept the environment as calm as possible. I think I kind of inherited that, like, well, not inherited it. I think after seeing our dad has, like, used to especially have a very stressful outlook on a lot of things, and I used to see that and be like, nah, like, I don't want to stress a lot about stuff. So I think that's what started me trying to stay as calm as possible. But yeah, like, we've all got a bit of cheekiness and a bit of naughtiness to us, but yeah, I think I'm definitely the most chill.
I would definitely agree.
Yeah.
Tell us any childhood memory that first comes to mind.
Looking at this? Or just in general?
Just in general.
In general, any childhood memory that comes to mind. Oh. Man, I really struggle with these memory questions on the fly, because it's just, like, there's so many with us. Oh, well, the first one that comes to mind, and it's definitely spurred on by this picture you're showing me, is the iconic prawn cam that became a hit. So prawn cam is something Mikey started. So we'd always, every Christmas when we had our family Christmas, it'd always be, like, big chunky king prawns on the table. And oh man, I can't remember how old we were in the first one, but when we're in our probably young teenage days, Mikey picks up a prawn and holds his camera in front of it, so it's just like the POV of, like, the prawn's fucking big ugly head. And he thought it'd be a funny idea to chase our sister Chelsea around the house, who's absolutely terrified and disgusted by prawns. And that video became a hit of her screaming and running away, and Mike chasing her with the prawn. And yeah, like, it's pretty mean, but it's also, you know, classic sibling behavior. And because of her reaction, we ended up doing it pretty much every year after that. So
I don't want to. Oh.
Stop! Don't! Every year. Don't.
You like it?
You make me swear in front of Red. That's weird. Ew! Ew!
Ew, I don't want to take it.
Oh, see?
Oh, you make her cry.
God for life.
sorry, Chelsea, for getting bullied, but
That should be a viral trend.
prawn cam. Yeah, let's start prawn cam again. Show us your best prawn cams and send them through.
Yeah. How has your life been different since moving to Byron Bay?
Yeah, my life has changed a lot for the most part. So I've always been someone who hasn't done well in, like, fast-paced and stressful environments. So after living in Abbotsford for a couple of years, I started to not really feel at home in, not the house I was in specifically, just the environment, and being close to the city and feeling the energy of such a high-paced environment. So I ended up making the call and moving up to the Northern Rivers, where I already had some beautiful friends there who moved a couple of years prior. And so I'd spent time traveling on and off in my van as well, and had visited the area and knew it was somewhere where I feel like I would fit in. So, well, not fit in, but, like, feel at home. So then I ended up making the decision to move up there. And yeah, my life instantly changed. I was able to just like go at my own pace and not feel any pressure around what I was doing, how I was choosing to live, the pace that I was choosing to live by. And with having that kind of freedom, I was able to just like work out my own balance in like work and social life, and yeah, just like enjoying my life and not trying to prioritize hustling too much. And yeah, we've built like a beautiful community of friends up there too, which is like the one thing that's probably the least different thing that I have now up there than I did in Melbourne. Was like I was so used to having such a close and strong community of friends down here, and that's probably the thing that was hardest to let go of moving out. But yeah, we've similarly built like such a strong community, and that helped me feel really at home because I was used to having that. And yeah, I'm just like so grateful for being surrounded by like the most beautiful people. But yeah, the main difference is, I guess, being able to go at my own pace in a much slower environment. The nature's unreal, the scenery's beautiful, the weather's incredible. So yeah, everywhere's got its pros and cons, but I'm definitely like feeling really at home up in the Northern Rivers for sure. Yeah.
Nice. Which kind of leads into the next question. Talk about our crew and tell us what Del Locale is and what it means to you.
Oh, our crew, it's a big family. It's a big soul family that we've built up over the years. Some of us go back many, 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 many years. Some of us go back not so many. Big crew of weird, unique individuals that we've built over time. And Del Locale is the name of a little intimate festival doof, as you will, that we put on every New Year's, that we've done for the last 5 years, I think now.
Maybe 6 or so.
Yeah. It's crazy because I still remember the first one so well. And yeah, it's just like our time of the year where, you know, everyone's gone on with their lives through the year and you don't often get to see everyone so much, but Del Locale is what kind of brings everyone together, whoever's around at that time of year. And it's like so special. It's not only just because it's a doof and we're all partying and it's the end of the year, it's because it's the time to reflect on the whole year and talk to everyone and catch up with where we're all at and what's been going on. And yeah, we have workshops happening now, and it just makes you so proud of the people around you and what they're going through and how everyone's lives are looking, especially like, you know, when you become, oh shit, I just fucked the camera up.
That's right.
Especially when you get older and everyone's got their life experiences. Like, I find it so exciting to get to have that, to catch up with everyone. Camera's all good?
Camera's all good.
Okay, nearly kicked it over.
Booting it. It's a flimsy little tripod. It's not the highest production quality going around here at Mikey Talk Studio.
But yeah, look, that's pretty much a sum up of what it is, and I'm excited to get back down to it this year after missing out last year. So
nice.
Yeah.
What does your upcoming trip to Egypt look like, and what are you most excited about?
Yeah, so I'm heading to Egypt for 34 days from early October. I don't know where to start to talk about this. So, yeah, I've been given a very special opportunity by someone I met. His name's Solomon, shout out Solomon, up in the Northern Rivers, and his work partner Ariel, who've been building very special journey through Egypt with a nomadic Bedouin tribe that they've connected with up there. And yeah, I've been blessed with the opportunity, invited to come along with them. So yeah, it's going to be a 34-day journey. There's going to be a lot of it hiking through the desert with the tribe, all by foot and camel, camping, living a very authentic way, the way these nomadic people live. Going up the Nile, visiting temples, going to Sinai, diving in the Red Sea. Yeah, it's really exciting. And those of you that don't know, our dad was born in Egypt, so we have a cultural connection to the land there, and I've always wanted to go, and finally felt the calling to go this year, and just happened to meet Solomon, who invited me to this trip before he even really knew that my connection until I told him about it. And it's feeling very aligned, and I know it's going to be a life-changing experience. So yeah, it's nice to have something like that to really be excited about yeah, very thrilled.
I have to do a little part 2 once you're back.
Oh,
to
yeah.
get the reflections.
Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely give a rundown of my experience. Yeah.
All right. The last question. Tell us about Buddy and any memories of him.
Buddy. Funny you say that. Like when I got home, so Buddy was our family pet dog who has now sadly passed away as of how long ago? 4 years.
Yeah.
Something like that. It was the start of COVID, I think
So.
maybe 2020, 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was our dog, little cavoodle. And yeah, when I came to the house just the other day, I like looked into Mum and Dad's room and just for some reason was like, oh, Buddy. Like I didn't say it, but I like felt it. And then I was like, oh wait, he's dead. He's not there, but just so used to being in this house and so many years of our life having Buddy around. He was a very special dog, very much a mum's boy. He loved Mum a million times more than whoever was the next person. Follow her around like a shadow. Unless you had food, he was like the biggest slut for food. Any food, doesn't matter what it was. Like, if you have a bit of food with you, he becomes the most obedient dog and you can make him do whatever you want. But as soon as there's no food around, he wouldn't fucking listen to a thing you have to say and just go back to following Mum around. So, yeah, he's definitely had a bit of a cheeky personality. Yeah, I had a very close connection with Buddy as well. Like sounds mean, but I used to love like annoying him and like testing his like boundaries of like what was too annoying. And some dogs kind of let you like do that and they don't really get too agitated, but he would have this like fine line of being like pretty chill and then like biting me, or like not in a way to harm me too much, just in a like, oh fuck off bro, like very brotherly kind of way. And I have this one memory of like just playing around with him and he hated being blown on, and I was like holding his face and blowing on his face and he bit me in the face. He bit me and his tooth like went up my nose and like fully fucked up like the inside of my nose, and like I was bleeding everywhere. And after that moment I was like, oh, I've probably like taken it too far. Like I needed to stop blowing in his face and annoying him too much. So I chilled out a bit after that and learnt my lesson.
And then someone stole his ashes.
Oh yeah, that's a good story. So I have a van and I was about to go travelling in a couple of weeks, or like just over a week from the point in time of this story. And so I had more of my stuff in there than I usually would, including this like little glass orb that had Buddy's ashes in it. After he passed away, he got cremated, and the people who did that had all these like different options of things you could do with the ashes, and there was this really cool like glass orb with these like black and gold like patterns through it that you could get the ashes put in. And so I had that in the van, and one night I was staying at a friend's place, and the next morning I went to my van and someone had punched a hole in the window and broken in and stolen heaps of my stuff, like a lot of like sentimental, like really personal items, like some jewelry, some custom jewelry, gemstones, and just like personal things, including like a journal of mine that had like a lot of like the spirit work that I've been doing in my life had been like written and journaled in that. So strange thing to steal, but anyways, one of the things they stole was Buddy's ashes. So that was like the one thing I was most upset about after that. It's like, obviously that's not something that's replaceable, being a dead dog, but Mikey very generously, he had a little version of what I had and gifted it to me because he felt bad. So love you for that, Mikey.
I wonder if yours will turn up one day. Yeah. Well, whoever stole it's got bad juju. They're taking gemstones, they're taking dog's ashes, they're taking like a journal with like all this spiritual work in it, and self-reflection stuff. So yeah, those people are cursed for their whole lives for sure. I kind of want to meet them, not to like revenge them, just to like revenge them, just to see where they're at, what's been happening, what happened to you since your karma has been destroyed by stealing all that stuff. So it's gonna get them. Well, that was the last question, and now to finish off, we have a little montage. Are you ready?
I'm scared as fuck. Nips. Blonde tips, oh man, that was good. Oh. I'm playing against? Why am I 7 foot? I'm Nikola Jokic out there. The emo hair. Let him go. It's almost Justin Bieber. What the hell are we doing?
I'd just like to thank Mum and Dad for helping set everything up and do all the hard work getting this done.
This is my 18th.
He's 16 or 18. I'm not 18.
Special shout out to DJ Never Ever Get Organised.
Pictures in the
It would be a party without you guys. And Chelsea and Ramsey for helping out.
That's such a high pitched voice back there.
Always Tara and Matt for helping out.
I'm wearing green skinny jeans, by the way. Oh
And for
my.
everyone on the outer red camp, I've got an announcement. Shut up! Daniel Vijaya, would you step forward, please?
I have no idea what's going on there.
You were here on Friday and we all did a vote for who's going in the car with Mr. Oh no! You hold the highest vote, so you're going in the car. You're kidding me!
Buddy! Oh,
You
shit.
just have a haircut.
Why does he look
You
like
look
that?
beautiful.
He didn't normally look like that. There's something going wrong with his haircut there.
You need more hair, buddy.
That's it.
That's a fucking funny photo. Thanks for that, Mike. Yay!
Well done. How's your episode?
Good episode.
First episode?
Number 10.
Number 10. Well, second episode for you.
Yeah. Second. First solo.